Is we go? My name is Nathan.Skywalker, and I'm the creator and director of Skatejam Collaborative. I was born and raised in San Diego, California, and grew up in the action sports industry. And for the past 6 years, I've been working in action sports media, with a specific concentration on skateboarding. But the reason I first picked up a camera was not to make money. See, back in 2012, my city of Encinitas, California was in crisis. Heroin use among youth in the city had reached an epidemic scale, and kids as young as 13 years old were being exposed to and becoming involved with heroin on a daily basis, and death was a common occurrence. So Skatejam Collaborative was originally created to combat this epidemic.
I was just gonna ask you, when are we gonna skate?
Hey, catch up with me soon, or hit me back on Facebook and let me know when you want to do a jam and we'll shoot it.
And with the understanding that the city of Encinitas is a hub for action sports, one of two in particular being skateboarding, we aim to use this as the medium for consistently occupying their time to keep them out of the back streets and away from heroin. So every weekend that we could, we would group up all local skaters around sundown and head over to the only free access skate feature we had in the city. This place was called Lucadia Oaks.
That was sick. Yeah, boy! What's up, fellas? What's say about that? Get that shit out of here. How are you? Come here, man.
Yo, man.
How are you?
Pretty good.
Good, got it here. What's up, boss boy?
I collected all the floodlights and extension cords I could possibly get my hands on, and we would plug these floodlights into a fuse box directly across the street at an apartment complex and siphon power to light up our local skate spot. We expected to occupy our time with what we love to do, but what we did not expect was for so much unnoticed and overlooked talent to be out here. And that's when I realized what these streets needed wasn't just occupation, but opportunity to pursue and capitalize on their talent. And if we could filter and then mobilize this group of talent, then we were on to something so much bigger than just local throw-together skate events.
What the fuck you doing? Look like Skatejam. What's good?
So I started talking with some of the best skaters that we were finding at our Skatejam events, and I would ask them, have you ever considered taking skateboarding seriously as a pursuable opportunity? And every one of them told me the same thing. Yes, I just don't know how to make it happen. And with growing up in the action sports industry myself, I have a general understanding of what they meant. Because in action sports, the path to take your emerging amateur skills and build it into an opportunity at a professional career has never really been clearly defined. And with the overwhelming majority of self-identified street skateboarders coming from middle to lower income communities and households, most oftentimes, these environments do not have the ability to access the basic tools or information to create success from raw talent. And that's where I saw I could change this game. I figured, what if you could leave your next Skatejam event with more than just some free stuff? What if you could leave with an opportunity to change your life for the better? See, I understood that with my background and network in the action sports industry, I could bring together these basic tools and information in order to bridge this gap in understanding how to pursue raw talent. And then I could streamline this process in order to make it accessible to anyone, regardless of their economic status. So that's why when we restructured our Skatejam events to evolve beyond just an occupation of time and give it a legitimate foundation, title, and infrastructure, we called it the Skatejam Collaborative OTS Series, which stands for Open Talent Showcase Series. And its structure is exactly as the name states. It's a free access event series that finds and develops the top unnoticed skateboarding talent from impacted communities by giving all skaters the opportunity to showcase their skills for a chance to be selected for a position on our competitive AM Series roster, which provides these skaters all expenses paid access to skateboarding's competitive AM Series circuit, including management of media portfolios, sponsorship and endorsement contracts, and competitive circuit schedules, all of which is provided at no cost to the skater. And once we solidified this structure, I reached out to my network to start creating media content to build a platform to provide exposure for this talent to grow from. Then we entered this group of talent into every local competition that we could find, and sure enough, as soon as they had the opportunity to compete, they started winning. And the more opportunities they had, the more success they were experiencing, and the more motivating it was for them to keep pursuing and building upon that success. And when the rest of their local skate community saw this success, new sponsors and opportunities happening for these skaters from their communities, it started inspiring them to pursue that same success, which in turn started raising the awareness for what we were doing beyond the city of Encinitas. And with that, our lineup started growing. And as our lineup was reaching new areas of San Diego, I was going to our city hall to get the information and take the steps necessary to legitimize our event series as an officially recognized not-for-profit organization. And what I learned is that to be an officially recognized not-for-profit, we have to file a request with the state of California to receive what is known as a 501c3 sanction. This filing costs $835. At the time, I did not have the funding necessary nor a written business plan to support the incorporation of this filing. So I set my sights on what I knew I could do to create that opportunity, which was networking and public speaking to create awareness and support for what we were building. And during this process, we have expanded our reach into the entirety of the county of San Diego, including City Heights, downtown San Diego, East Village, National City, and more in the process. And when I spoke with city council members from these communities explaining what we were building, they all jumped at the opportunity to have us establish divisions in their communities. But without this 501c3 filing, we are unable to establish ourselves in any of these communities. And this is because the 501c3 filing is the official business registration for a not-for-profit organization. And without it, we are not an officially recognized business. As well, this is holding us back from having access to crucial necessities given to 501c3 not-for-profits, the two most important ones being tax exemption status and grant funding opportunities, because without these, we are unable to pay for the expenses to run the organization or grow to the full potential of what we envision. Now, in my time spent working alongside city councils and action sports industry companies, I have gained the insights and information necessary to construct and solidify a business plan. I've completed this business plan's infrastructure and order of operations, and the only thing I'm missing now is the funding necessary to file this with the state of California to receive our official 501c3 sanction. And once we receive our official sanction, we can begin our expansion process into every major metropolitan skateboarding community that requests us. And while we are undergoing this expansion process, we will be launching a YouTube series that focuses in on a select group of our elite competitive roster that we've been working with through the OTS series, giving you an in-depth look at their background, lifestyle, and rise to success through Skatejam Collaborative, with new skaters being featured every time we find new talent through our OTS series. That means this is your shot, and it's as easy as showing up. That's why I've created this YouTube channel video series and why I'm launching these crowdfunding campaigns now. We've spent the past 2 years proving that this system works, and not just where it started in the city of Encinitas, and not just why it started because of heroin, but that this works in every city, no matter the hardships that skateboarding community is facing. But to do all this, we do need your help. So please, take a look at what we're doing here and see how much we've already helped improve the lifestyles and conditions of our skateboarding communities here in San Diego. And see that when we reach our funding goals, how much we can help every city skateboarding communities into continually creating success from talent that is so commonly overlooked and unconsidered because of where they're from.